Hey, hey guys, what's up? I'm back in this again, and yeah, this is my third time right now on reading creepypastas. So this creepypasta I'm gonna be reading is let me see, Thomas and the Children, a Thomas the Tank Engine creepypasta. I know, guys, you're gonna say like this, Mr. Jace, why would you read a little chill? Why would you read a creepypasta from a little children's show? I've actually I actually like the story really much, and yeah, I'm gonna but let's get it now with that's taken care of. Let's get to this story. Have you ever heard of Thomas the Tank Engine? If you if you've been around little kids between the ages of two around 7 or or so, I'm sure you have. My son adored Thomas so much that he could name every single train, knew what color they were, and the number they had painted on them. I was glad when I heard that he was coming to visit me over the summer, but I had a ton of work to do, so I bought him a Thomas DVD. The cover looked innocent enough. The what was also interesting was that Thomas was smiling while and the little wooden children were waving their arms out of the windows in his coaches. The DVD was called Thomas and the Children. He was excited to see the DVD that right off the bat he pleaded with me to pop it into the DVD player. I went to work while he watched it. After a few hours he came to my office looking pale as a sheep. Da, Daddy, his voice seemed weak. Are you okay? I, I said. I touched his head and noticed that his temperature has gone up. What? Why did Thomas kill the children? My heart sank like a stone, but I but I soon brushed it off. I'm sure Thomas didn't kill the children. I reassured him. No, 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 now you need your rest and some medicine. I gently pushed him towards his room. Come on now. After I put him to bed, I was curious as to what I seen. I popped in the DVD and began to watch the episode to play. It seemed normal enough. Thomas was told to take a group of children to the seaside by the instructions of Sir Topham Hatt. I I noticed something odd through. I thought through. There was no narrator in this episode. It showed Thomas picking up the little wooden children. Showed every single one of them climbed on the board. Then there was a scene with him zooming down the rails like he always does, and the kids were cheering, but there was trouble, as they say in the show. Birdie the bus was stuck in the railway tracks. The the this episode when it got strange, Birdie started at Thomas in fear. Thomas smiled and sped up. He he laughed and the kids were crying with tears coming down from their wooden faces. Thomas crashed into Birdie, causing pieces of them going flying everywhere. You usually by the narrator would say, and luckily no one was hurt, but there was no reassurance for the kids. The episode then showed what happened in the inside of the coaches. Wood, wooden limbs were broken off. What looked like actual blood had been splattered everywhere, and the heads ripped off of the bodies of the wooden dolls. And and uh, and what was worse, the children still had the tears painted on their faces. it cut it to static. I After I felt myself boiling of anger. Who would make something that's messed up, create something that's messed up for little kids? I then I paused. Then I paused it. Then I paused. The static messages started to appear on the screen like kill, obey, multiply, and die. I watched the static where I and saw these three different messages flashed on the screen. I threw I threw the DVD. I threw the DVD in the trash after breaking it in half. I wouldn't expose my child to any more of that trash. Before I, before I going to bed, I checked on him. My son was in my son's room. He was happily asleep, snoring, clutching his stuffed bear. I, I heard, I had nightmares from this episode. One of the children came to my came to into my room they they were lifelike as tall as a normal person. They twisted my they twisted my the twisted forms grabbed my limbs and pulled me apart while I heard the blasted train laughing. Now now I woken up covered in blood, knife in hand, and I was afraid to check my son's room. Well, guys, this is the Thomas and the Children, a Thomas the Tank Engine creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story. It's been a while since I did the creepypasta stories. And I decided, you know what, I should return to this and start with something that's uh kind of short, but I'll just say like this that the story was actually good, but I do have problems with it. Like it could have been like a little bit longer, like six, set 9 or 10 minutes. But hey, I like the story. I enjoyed it, and I do like the series though. In my back then, and many people are gonna say, Mr. Jace, why would you like Thomas in around in the age of 14? I've I've watched Death Race and it has to do with Thomas, and I wasn't really expecting Thomas to breathe fire. And I realized it was a Skyrim mod reference. Okay, let's get back to the review. Okay, uh, I do have there is one problem though that's not really gonna take any. It's not gonna go. Didn't really ruin the story. It's let's see the the ending of where it says I'm afraid to check my son's room. There could have been a fix on that, like saying like the child, my son went inside my room and told me, is there saying like this? Is there something wrong? Yeah, that something like that could have been added. But hey, it's still good. I enjoyed it. And yeah, the other story of Thomas and the Children, the other one was not really good. And I'm not ever gonna read that one. I'm only reading the original because the original already beat the other one. But like I always say, review wise, this is my simply personal opinion, and if you disagree with it, that's totally perfectly fine with me. We're all entitled to our own opinions, and this is my thoughts. My final rating to this story is I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It's a good story, and I really loved it back then. And yeah, if you like to show me any more creepypasta stories, they have to be like not too long, like 18 minutes or and not too short either, like a minute or in seconds. I would appreciate that. Like if it was like like a 4-minute story to read. Okay, guys, I'm Mr. Jace, and peace out.